YouTube, it's Lauren and I've got Kade here with me. Welcome back to my channel. How are you guys doing today? It is Saturday, it is the day before the Super Bowl. And if you didn't know, the Super Bowl is actually here in Minnesota. And it's crazy to think like 20 minutes away from us, there's all these celebrities showing up and the Super Bowl is gonna be there tomorrow. So it's pretty cool. Teddy is actually Ubering all weekend long here. He went out at like 8 a.m. this morning. You know, picking up all those people that made some mistakes last night. But yeah, hopefully he'll make some decent money. I wanted to make you guys a video today all about Kade's tongue tie and our experience. Again, this is just our experience. Everyone's journey is different with this. But our experience with finding out how we had one and our revision process and everything like that. So, Kade's gonna play with his little Mr. Porcupine here. I love these toys with like the grippy things that babies can hold on to. They're awesome. We've got a couple of them, like the balls and everything. And he likes them because he can hold on to them and chew them. So I actually personally knew that Kade most likely had a tongue tie the day he was born, literally within like 30 minutes. They wheeled me back. Yeah, did you know too? They wheeled me back to our like postpartum room and I literally looked down at him and said, "Oh, I think you have a tongue tie."
You might have a tongue tie.
So starting out our breastfeeding journey, obviously like I'm a new mom, first time mom, didn't really know what I was doing. I was learning how to breastfeed. He was learning how to nurse as well. So the first little while was kind of tough. And with me having type 1 diabetes, of course he's gonna get fussy now. He had some blood sugar issues when he was born. So we actually had to supplement with formula right away for probably the first like week or two of his life. Isn't that right? Yes. And he had a little bit of jaundice, so we were, figuring all that out. So initially breastfeeding was kind of painful. Like he was figuring out his latch. He had a tiny mouth when he was born. He still kind of has a tiny mouth. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? Yeah. So yeah, breastfeeding was kind of painful. The lactation consultants in the hospital, I will say I was kind of disappointed with. They did pop in and out of our room, a handful of times, just kind of asked me how everything was going, but they probably looked at his latch, like watched me breastfeed for like 10 seconds and just said, "Yep, it looks great," even though it was painful, which, yes, they say it shouldn't be, but, At Kade's 1 week appointment, I was actually the one that brought up his possible tongue tie to his pediatrician, and she took a look at it and said, "Oh yeah, okay, I can take care of that right here in the office." Now I know better, you guys. But she said, "Yeah, come back tomorrow and I'll clip it. It's just a simple procedure. It'll take 2 minutes and he'll be great." I said, "Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll come back tomorrow." So I did that. He was 8 days old. We went back in and they took him. I was in the exam room. They took him away to like the procedure room, his pediatrician and one of the nurses. And it was, yeah, they were literally out and back in about 2 minutes. And what they did, they used a scissors, first of all, and they just made the tiniest little cut. It just looked like a little tiny triangle, little slice out of his tongue tie. I asked his pediatrician about any aftercare or anything that I should look out for, healing time, everything like that. And she said, "Oh, nope, there really isn't any aftercare. At this age, they cry so often that their tongue will be moving and their mouths will be open and it'll kind of stretch itself." I was like, "Okay, cool, awesome. I don't have to do anything. All my problems should be fixed and he should be good to go." Well, the weeks that followed, that was clearly not the case. Nursing was still incredibly painful to the point of I literally dreaded feeding him, and I would just kind of grit my teeth and clench my fists and get through the pain and get through each nursing session. Luckily, I don't know if my nipples toughened up or what, but we were able to get off formula completely by 3, maybe 4 weeks old. We weren't supplementing anymore, and he's been exclusively breastfed since then. But it was still really painful. I was trying to correct his latch, manipulate everything, open mouth, whatever. It would just make him mad and me frustrated. And so then, let's see, he was almost 2 months old. At this point, I am just like full out doing research because clearly that procedure did nothing for his tongue, and I could tell, I could see he was still tongue-tied. So I joined a local Facebook group, Tongue and Lip Ties of Minnesota, something like that, and found out, like, 1, don't use a scissors. 2, pediatricians don't really know what they're doing. You need to see a pediatric dentist or like an ENT, some sort of specialist for doing this procedure, and it should be done by a laser. So yeah, basically I was not happy with this pediatrician. We have since switched pediatricians, by the way, for a couple of different reasons as well. But yeah, so I kind of started reaching out to, are you flirting with the camera? I started reaching out to some local pediatric dentists, and I did find one pretty close to us, and the procedure would be covered completely under his dental insurance, which is funny to, use dental insurance for a 2-month-old. But basically around 2 months old, we had a second procedure, and it was done by laser, and they were able to show us all the correct aftercare, the tongue stretches, which was not fun at all. You need to do it 3 times a day, holding the tongue up for 3 seconds for 3 weeks long, which, yeah, was not fun. He screamed through it all, but I would rather that than, have to do it all over again or whatnot. So, since that second procedure, the laser tongue release, things have been going awesome. He, like I said, is exclusively breastfed. It does not hurt. And things are going really well. Now, after we had that procedure done, it was recommended to us to seek out a chiropractor and also a craniosacral therapist. Now, I actually found a chiropractor in a family practice pretty close to us that is also a craniosacral therapist, and also they have a lactation consultant in their office as well. So it was like the trifecta, and the week of his procedure, we went twice. Twice that week, I think twice the following week, and then once a week for a good month or so. We actually haven't been back since around Christmas time. Due to finances, but I don't really know if I will take him back. Are you getting fuzzy? I guess somebody needed to eat. But yes, we did see a chiropractor and a craniosacral therapist for like a good solid month and a half or so, and they did some body work. And basically, from my understanding, when a baby has a tongue tie, their tongue is so tight that basically all of the muscles need to compensate for how tight the tongue is, which makes sense to me. So yeah, they were able just to like loosen everything up and just adjust him and get him into line. We did see some progress with the chiropractor. I'm not sure, like I said, if we're gonna go back due to finances. It's not cheap, and it's not covered by insurance for infants. One thing I didn't mention is lip ties. Now, the pediatric dentist that we went to for his tongue did say that he had a slight lip tie as well, but not enough for her to do the laser and to correct it, release it while we did the tongue as well. She said if we're still having troubles nursing, if it's painful, things like that, then we could come back and do that release as well. But so far so good, so it doesn't look like we're gonna be needing that. I'm just hoping that it's not, low enough to cause like dental issues or anything. You might be wondering what would happen if you don't release like a tongue or a lip tie, and it could lead to speech issues. So that's another reason why I wanted to get it taken care of right away. Some kids have tongue and lip ties and they nurse perfectly fine, but then they have speech problems later. And some people have tongue and lip ties and they can eat fine as an infant and they don't have any dental problems, they don't have speech problems and everything, and they can live just fine with it. So it kind of is on a case-to-case basis. But yeah, that is our experience. Like I said, just our journey. Not everyone is the same, like I mentioned. If you do have any questions or comments, please leave them below and I will be sure to answer them. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to click that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already. And I will talk to you guys next time for my next video. Be on the lookout for a cloth diapering video update. And leave me some video ideas in the comments below. I would love to hear what you guys are looking for. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Mwah. Bye.